Hello, this is a log equation. It is one of the questions in your textbooks. I want you to remember the law that we can apply to log equations. And that reads, if you have log m with base a, okay, that equals log n with base a, then we can say that m equals n. All right, so basically what you do, you just cancel the log and then m equals n. That is the aim that you want to do. You want a single log on the left hand side and a single log on the right hand side, and with that you can then just ignore the logs and go on with m and n. Right, so when you look at this, you should immediately recognize the plus. And remember, the plus goes along with our multiplication law, where we say, the multiplication of a log equals the sum of two logs. So we can change this, make that a single log, okay, of its products. So that's x minus 9 times x. All right. Then on the right hand side, we've got a constant. And for those constants, people, you must just simply know the log in notation. Okay. You must know that log 10 is equal to 1. Remember, we said the answer to a log is the index. So if you take the base, which is 10 in this case, okay, and you put the answer, which is the index, up there, then that is equal to 10, isn't it? Okay, so that is log 10. All right, so on the right hand side, you change the 1 to log of 10. This is in your textbook on page 199. You must know at least 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, which is log 10, log 100, log 1000, log 10,000. That's equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So please learn this. All right, now if you look at that, we've got one single log at the left and we've got a single log at the right hand side. So basically we're going to ignore the logs now, right? And then you just go on doing your algebra. So in this case, you're going to expand the bracket, which is x times x is x squared, and x times negative 9 is 9, negative 9x. And then immediately now, I will move over the 10, which will become minus 10, and that equals 0. And if you look at that, you should now recognize that as a quadratic trinomial. And remember, to actually solve that, we will have to factorize. Right, so you can use either A1, A2, B1, B2, or you can use the quadratic formula. It doesn't really matter. You can also complete the square. It does not matter. I will use, in this case, the factorization. Now remember, this is a negative, so it is a B, and that is also a negative, so that's B1. I will not redo that. I will just simply now write down the factors. The one is x minus 10, the other one is x plus 1. Okay, and now remember that if you have a number multiplied by another number, it must give you 0. Then we say either x minus 10 is 0 or x plus 1 equals 0. Right, and we want to solve for x. So you want to find the value of x, which means goros or x equals 10, or take over the 1, it becomes negative 1, so x equals negative 1. Now importantly, with logarithmic equations, you must do your check, okay? Now, if you look at this one, you're just simply going to take your original equation and you put in your values for that. So basically, you would have log, let's start with a 10, 10 minus 9, plus log 10 equals 1, okay? And if you put this into your calculator, then the left-hand side will be 1, the right-hand side is 1. So you know that x equals 10 is correct and it is acceptable. But if you look at that one, already you should see that there is a negative value. So now with that one, you don't even need to write the whole expression, because look here, there is a log x, okay? And if you substitute that x, so you've got your log x minus 9 plus log x equals 1. If you now substitute that x with minus 1, here you will have log minus 1. And remember, there is no such thing as logs of negative numbers. So in this case, it is not a possible solution. You cannot get a log of a negative number. It is impossible. And therefore, in this case, you would say negative 1 is not a solution. Okay, I hope this is good.